Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Once a woman gets a bird and puts it in a cage. But she doesn't care for the bird. All she cares about is the cage. She just cleans the cage and polishes the cage, but the bird inside is starving and is crying for freedom. Similarly, we the spirit soul are trapped inside this body, trying to get freedom, to attain liberation, to go back to Krishna.
When we try to understand one concept by telling about some other thing, it's called analogy. So Srila Prabhupada is trying to explain what is starvation by telling the example of a bird in the cage. So analogy means we have to compare what is in the analogy versus what we want to explain. So what is bird compared to? Soul. And what is the cage compared to? The body. And so bird wants food. So the soul wants spiritual food, which is like which it can get in devotional service with Krishna. And this bird wants to stay in the cage, or it wants to get out of the cage, freedom. So similarly, the soul within our body wants to go to Krishna. It wants to be free. So right now we are restricted in this body, right? We cannot do many things. We are trapped in this body. For example, many of us want to probably fly unlimitedly, right? Or do scuba diving, so many things, but we cannot do so many times. So when we have strong desire like that, maybe Krishna can give us a body of a bird next life. So we can enjoy. But still we are entrapped in that bird body. So that bird body, we may think, okay, now I want to do swimming. So still there are some restrictions, right? Any body, we don't have complete freedom. Only when we realize our spiritual body, that's when we can have complete freedom in connection with Krishna. So now the question is, so what are some of the things we do? Taking care of the cage or the body, brushing the teeth, washing the body. Like, we're just taking care of the body, right? So we like to eat, it's feeding the body. Sleeping. So sleeping also is to take care of the body. Exercise we do. So what are some of the things we do to take care of the soul?
You can listen to lectures and read Srila Prabhupada's books.
Okay, listen to lectures and read Srila Prabhupada's books. Then it gives satisfaction to the soul. Attend kirtans. Yeah, immediately we all feel enlivened, right, in kirtans. Even if we are having a bad day. Read Srimad Bhagavatam. Chanting. Yeah. You like chanting?
Kind of.
Okay. So chanting also is a way we are feeding the soul, but right now we don't have the taste.
Yeah.
But we have to do it because it's our acharyas have told us that's the real food for the soul. So once we start applying, eventually we'll get the taste and we'll feel the happiness. Same happiness as eating a gulab jamun. Or maybe better than that. So what is actually the soul looking for? The soul, rather the bird in the cage is looking for food. The soul in us is looking for freedom. One aspect is freedom. What is something else? You look at your friends who are non-devotees, right? Everybody is looking for something. Happiness. Happiness is one thing. But if you go a little deeper, everybody wants to be loved, wants to love somebody else. So that's what. Everybody wants to exchange that love. So they do it with so-called entities in the material world. They do it with their wife and the children and the dog. People, Prabhupada said, somebody who doesn't have a child, they keep a dog just so that he can exchange that love. So everybody wants to get the happiness, and the happiness can be obtained in relationships. So they keep somebody and exchange that loving relationship with them to have that happiness. But where can we have complete happiness or complete satisfaction? Because, so what is the problem? So let's say now we try to seek this love with our parents and maybe our sister, our brother and our friends. What's the problem with that? Of course there is some love, right? We feel happiness when our mother gives us love, right? When our friends on a birthday gives us some special gift. We feel very happy because we feel loved. But is it really satisfying? That's what I'm saying. Why it's not satisfying?
Because it's temporary.
It's temporary. Why it's temporary? Because it's in the material world, because these friends are in this life, right? So next life they are not going to be there. But the soul is eternal. It wants a connection life after life. Like so-called parents in this life, they are not going to be parents next life. So maybe in so-called in this time, in particular few years, we'll feel love, but afterwards we'll not. So then what's the solution? Solution is to exchange that love with somebody who can stay with us eternally. Who is that person? Krishna. So as the Paramatma is with us, right, all the time. Similarly, as Bhagavan Krishna, he is ready to reciprocate our love eternally. So when we reciprocate with him in love, then we'll get complete satisfaction. That's why. So now we understand the concept, right? You know why we feel satisfaction in Kirtan, but to understand why we feel satisfaction is also good to know, right?
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna